Hi, good people. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful time. My name is Honorable Gathoni Wamuchomba, MP for Githunguri. I decided to take a few of my moments to take you through some of the bills we've been passing in Parliament for your sake, because all these bills are made for you. Remember, the principle of rules are made to be followed. I am holding the Cooperative Bill 2024, a bill that we passed last week but one in Parliament to streamline the activities around the running and the governance of cooperative societies in Kenya. For the last few years, we have had a lot of uproar from farmers, who I call primary producers, and secondary producers, who I call secondary cooperatives, teachers cooperatives, police officers cooperatives, and land buying cooperatives complaining of swindling and thefts that has been happening in those entities. I am very excited because I believe this bill, which I participated in making in the National Assembly of Kenya, is going to streamline the ills and sweep off the ills that have been happening in those societies. This bill is quite a big, huge bill. It is 280 pages, but I'm going to only highlight on areas where I think they are of much concern to most of the cooperative members. First of all, I want to remind you and to alert you that this bill has established structures, new structures in the cooperatives movement in Kenya, and has categorized new cooperatives into the following. We will have a category of primary cooperatives, secondary cooperatives, cooperatives federations, and apex cooperatives. Allow me to take some few minutes to explain to you part 3 of this bill, which touches on those 3 aspects that I have mentioned. The structure of the cooperatives in Kenya will be primary, secondary, cooperative federations, and apex. Subject to any other written law, and without limiting the number and variety of primary cooperatives, the following types of cooperatives may be registered in Kenya. Producer cooperatives kama zile zetu za maziwa na kahawa na majani chai, housing cooperatives, savings and credit cooperatives, saving and investment cooperative, transport cooperatives, workers cooperatives, consumer cooperatives. And for the purposes of this act, all those cooperatives have been defined in this bill. Under the primary cooperative, you may admit to your membership a corporate or an incorporated person. So that means companies can also join in and become members of primary cooperatives. Secondary cooperatives shall have the objects of aggregating and warehousing of produces, provision of specialized services, processing and value addition, provision of wholesale credit to members, lobbying and advocacy, market and organize for joint sale of affiliate members' produce, like the way we normally aggregate our milk and then we hand it over to another cooperative that can do the marketing, information and publicity, and education training and capacity building. That is secondary cooperative. A cooperative federation shall have the following objects: to establish a subsector standards, prescribe and enforce codes of conduct, carry out market research and disseminate findings to benefit of the members, provide education, advocate on behalf of its members. These are federations that are formed from the many cooperatives that may come together. Apex cooperatives in Kenya shall be registered in accordance with this act and regulations made hereunder. 1. Cooperatives shall subscribe to the membership of Apex cooperatives, and Cabinet Secretary may, in consultation with the Apex Cooperative, prescribe a subscription fee payable under Section 2, like I had mentioned, by cooperatives, both minimum and maximum rates of subscription properly defined. Now, apex can only be done by the lower cooperatives, that is the primary and the secondary cooperatives. For the purposes of explaining this law, apex cooperative shall be the custodian and champion of the statement of cooperative identity. They shall represent and protect the interest of cooperative locally and internationally. They shall lobby for the members to the government, national and county governments, shall promote cooperative education and training and research. They shall also do self-regulation within the cooperative, shall provide mechanism and framework for alternative dispute resolution. They shall subject their members into compliance in line with Advocates Act, and shall provide proof of legal services to its affiliates, and subject to compliance with the Accountant Act of 2008, they shall provide shared pool accounting and auditing services to its affiliates. I'm thinking that an example of an apex cooperative is like KTDA, KCC. It can become an apex cooperative. Now, people need to understand that the new categories of cooperatives are actually geared towards streamlining the cooperative movement of Kenya. Please note, the Apex Cooperative shall prepare and submit to the General Meeting of Apex Cooperative an annual report of its operations and activities, including audited accounts, financial and performance accounts, to its affiliate cooperatives within 4 months after the end of its financial year. That is very critical. Allow me to stop there. I will continue dissecting the new cooperative bill to you so that your activities within the cooperatives can be aligned. My name is Wamuchomba. You are